Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3.4 PTU. My name's Bobmich with my bouncing Constellation Phoenix in the background. Just a couple of quick things to go through today because we've gone through a lot of the 3.4 PTU content that's been added now. We are still waiting for a couple of other bits, but another little thing that's been put in is the Ravager twin-barreled shotgun that you can see that I'm holding here. And this is another ballistic weapon that's been added for those FPS people. It does look like a very fun weapon to use. I've not used it up in close combat yet because I haven't really used it, so we're just going to do some quick fire tests and see how it works. So normally from a shotgun you're at this kind of range, and it looks like it's got a spread of several pellets, as you can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bits of buckshot there that fires. It's got a double barreled mode, so you trigger it and then he fires both barrels at once. And you're going to make a hell of a mess doing that, but I think you use more rounds. Yeah, so that does use 2 rounds in one. So it doesn't have a slug mode like the Gemini shotgun. It just appears to have 1 barrel and 2 barrels, so you can quite literally give someone both barrels. So if we take a few more steps back, I want to kind of get a range test for this. So from the hip, you've got a pretty big spread there. If you aim, you've still got a pretty big spread. If we crouch, spread's about the same. So, you know, at about sort of 5 to 10 meters, the spread's pretty good, but it looks like a very, very tasty gun. So you have to give this thing a go and let me know what you guys think. I like it a lot. At the minute, I think you can only pick it up from Grimhex. I certainly didn't see it at Olisar, even though it's a ballistic weapon. Have a look in the movie glass. Yeah, so Ravager 212 twin shotgun. This is another one by Kastak Arms. So Kastak getting pretty popular for their ballistic weapons at the minute. We'll whip it out again and we'll have a next quick look at the inspect on it. Oh, it has a top loading magazine. I didn't know that. That's cool. Carry, stow, drop, place. Oh, we can't inspect this one. That's a bit different. So yeah, this thing is very meaty. So it does look like it means the business when you're using it, but as you can see, it's very cool. It's got a slight red tinge to it as well. We'll have to see how this thing fares in combat. Apparently, I've heard good things, so you guys will have to have a play with it and let me know. But yeah, moving on. Okay, next little nugget comes from Sis Adrift on Reddit, so shout out to him for posting this on the Star Citizen subreddit. But if you aren't already aware, it can be quite a pain to load vehicles into ships, especially things like the Constellation series. 600i series as well is a little bit buggy. I say it's a little bit difficult. It is if you're on your own. If you haven't got if you've got another person with you, then you can just have someone sit in the vehicle and chuck the ramp up and it'll take the vehicle, no problem. However, if you're not in it or there is no one else in it, the physics grids in the ship and in the vehicle don't mesh properly yet and it bugs out of it. Now what you can see here is I'm fiddling with the controls of the bay. So even though the car spins and goes a bit wobbly, what it does is it doesn't allow the car physics grid to interact with the ship's one that much, so it tucks it into the ship quite nicely. The GIF that was posted on Reddit is a lot more smoother than this, but this is kind of my sort of real world testing of it. But you can see the vehicle doesn't disappear through the bottom of the bay, and it does tuck it into the vehicle quite nicely, even though it did a 180, and then all I have to do is smooth it out and park it in a place where I deem appropriate. So I think that's quite a fun little trick. It doesn't work in a 600i because the 600i elevator, you can't make it up and go down again whilst it's on its way up. It goes all the way up or all the way down. It does work a lot better in something like a Constellation Andromeda because you can stand on the upper deck and control the lift there and look down on the rover. That's the GIF that's on the Reddit thread anyway. And another minor thing to point out there, just as I turn around and walk away, is that CIG has fixed the bouncing around now. So if your vehicles are in a vehicle, so to speak, so if you're parking vehicles inside ships, they don't bounce around anymore, they don't jitter and look like they're having a fit. So I've seen quite a few entertaining pictures of people shoving large amounts of cyclones and tumbrils and noxes and dragonflies. I think it was close to something like 20 separate vehicles, all right next to one another in the cargo bay of a Starfarer. So yeah, it's another good thing that's being improved on. Apart from that, we just need to wait for some more PTU content to come out. I know we're still missing an armor set, and CIG is getting very close to their last office deadline now, and the holiday stream coming up. So we've got 4 days, well, near as makes no difference, 3 days, until it's CIG's last office day. So better hope for those fixes quickly. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will keep you apprised of more updates as they come. I'll see you next time.